Full disclosure, I didn't know this was happening until my phone started blowing up, and fumes were coming out because when Nick is fired up about something, literally there's smoke that comes out of my phone.
Hold up. To quote Draymond Green, Paul, you ain't Kobe. They don't love you like Kobe. You ain't Kobe. That's an almost direct quote from Draymond Green.
Yeah, didn't he play for the Wizards and the Clippers?
And the Nets.
Okay,
right. Listen, Paul Pierce, you deserve to have your jersey retired. You are
a Celtics legend.
A Celtics legend. And as far as NBA history, you are somewhere from the 75th to 85th best player ever in the history of the world to do something. That is a hell of an accomplishment. But how you twist your mouth about to compare yourself to Kobe Bean Bryant is beyond me. And if you're going to be that petty to Isaiah Thomas, I'm going to return it with just, not even pettiness, just some facts. Because while Paul Pierce's career in Boston was far greater than Isaiah Thomas's career, the best season Paul Pierce ever had in Boston was not as good as the season Isaiah Thomas just had. Mm-hmm. Since Larry Bird retired, the Celtics have 2 top 5 MVP finishes, one by the guy that won Paul Pierce a ring in Kevin Garnett, and the other by the little guy, Isaiah Thomas. In their Celtics careers, even though Isaiah Thomas's was very short, they have the same number of first or second team All-NBA appearances. And the idea that you are going to have your night tarnished because for 90 seconds during a timeout, they would dare to pay a tribute to the best player on their team since the Big Three era, prior to Kyrie coming over, is an absurdity, and it's the level of petty I would think if you would keep off of national television, Mr. Pierce.
And
but that's me.
I think that, you know, being involved in a ceremony like this, that you have to understand, too, that the Cavs are only coming back to Boston one more time. And because Isaiah wasn't there for game number 2, it's only right that the next time he comes back. Now, do they do it with some type of measure out of respect for Paul? Yes, I'm sure the Celtics are a classy organization. These 2 things can be done in the same night.
Of course.
But it just, you know, to me, I just hate grown men who are famous and rich, who are just petty about small things. And this is part of his pettiness, but it started back with my man Ray Allen. Now, if they were petty with Ray Allen, him, Rondo, and KG, one of my favorite players ever. I was there in Minnesota the day he was drafted, but spent many a times watching him develop. So this is an extension of Paul and his pettiness to Ray Allen. Like, let's grow up. Let's be adults. Let's realize that the world doesn't focus around you. And you being in Staples Center watching Kobe's retirement shouldn't even be part of the conversation as far as how your retirement will go in Boston. Because you, KG, and Ray Allen did resurrect Boston basketball. But also, when it died after you left, Isaiah Thomas resurrected Celtics
and that's just
basketball.
The way basketball is going to keep going. But why can't they just give Paul? I mean, Isaiah Thomas is there one night, February 11th. He's not. Why can't they give Paul Pierce another night?
Well, they before the season. They had already announced it before the season.
But I mean, to make everybody happy. I will just.
I don't want it to be a big game, though.
And I don't think Paul Pierce would be happy with the solution being we're
he
bumping
changed his
your
night. No.
He said you can do it next year. It's just.
Isaiah had a short career with the Celtics. And wait a second now. Let's not. The Celtics, if they wanted to do a tribute to him, they wouldn't have traded him. Okay?
Well, that's whether or not
so you can't have everything, all right? The Celtics, they want to honor Paul Pierce, and you just can't honor everyone. Danny Ainge decided he didn't want him.
Well, they did a tribute video to Jay Crowder, so they're going to do one to Isaiah Thomas.
That was a short.
But I just want to say one thing about the truth. I'm gonna speak some truth to the truth. You are delusional, bro. Like I saw him on the Uber video with Kerry Champion, where he said, he goes, yeah, you know, LeBron might not have those championships if he and I were the same age. You gotta chill, man. You're an all-time great. You're a Hall of Famer. But everyone seems to have Paul Pierce properly rated, except for Paul Pierce. And that is what led to, I saw what they did for Kobe.
Right.
Why can't they do that for me?
Nick, does Paul Pierce have a point?
I'm gonna tell you what I don't want to see. I don't want to see that shirt he had on. Good Lord, where was he going to? A luau?
Okay. All right. Listen, to quote the renowned philosopher Draymond Green, Paul, you ain't Kobe. They don't love you like Kobe.
That's true.
You doing a farewell tour like Kobe? You now want a retirement ceremony like Kobe? You ain't Kobe. And everyone seems to know Paul Pierce ain't Kobe, except for Paul Pierce. So let me give some truth to the truth. Paul Pierce, you're no doubt Hall of Famer. You deserve to have your jersey retired by the Boston Celtics. But to be so petty to say 90 seconds they can't play a video to Isaiah Thomas, who, by the way, Isaiah Thomas last year as a Boston Celtic had a better singular season than you ever had as a Boston Celtic. Isaiah Thomas, who last year finished higher in the MVP voting than you ever did as a Celtic. Isaiah Thomas last year, who in 1 year equaled your entire career output of all NBA first or second teams while on the Celtics. Like, you don't need to do this. And even if you do feel this way, even if you are for some reason like, it's supposed to be just my night, just like they did for Kobe, maybe leave that in your production meeting. I'm just saying, like, we didn't need to know this is how you felt about. And it's not even like you have a rivalry with Isaiah Thomas. It'd be one thing if it was a guy, they had done battles as opponents, and then I don't really like the guy. Like, it's obviously Paul Pierce is a better all-time Celtic than Isaiah Thomas, which is why Isaiah's just getting a video and Paul Pierce is getting his jersey retired. But there's no problem with sharing the limelight for 90 seconds.
It seems to be. It's not his first time wanting to share it. He's got beef with with Ray Allen. I mean, they've held that against Ray because Ray decided, hey, I want to keep playing basketball. Hey, what's wrong with that? I'm going to go to Miami, maybe win me a couple of championships or something like that. Like, what's so wrong with that? But they were very, very petty. If Paul Pierce was thinking about the Celtics and their overall legacy, because this legacy extends before he was born. Like him, KG and Ray helped resurrect basketball in Boston. IT helped resurrect it after they lost, and those guys all went separate places. He helped resurrect. You could acquiesce to help the night be better by sharing the light. You don't have to always have the light. I've had my number retired at a couple different places. He could have added to the lore of the Celtics, just like when Bill Russell, anytime we see him at a Celtics game or when he's at the NBA Finals, he just enhances what's already there, Paul. They're not trying to take some light away from you. IT only had a very short career with the Celtics. Understand that, and with no championship. So there's no comparison. Just a little flashlight. Okay, just a little bit of the light. Just share it.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.